Hey everyone! Welcome back to our Mario Maker series where we cover our favorite courses that fans have submitted to us. I'm Matt, the multimedia manager and magazine assistant editor of PNM I am joined by Trev and Alex. Thank you.
Hi everyone.
And we're taking a look at the winners for issue number 34. We're starting with Temple of Time by
Bruh. Seriously, this level's so long, bruh.
It is a long level, yeah.
His name is almost as long as the level. Have we hammered that home enough that the level's long?
It is. In fact, I think that's the comment I made when this made the issue. Well, if you don't mind a long level.
And we'll let you at home decide if this level is long or not. Here we go.
It's time to test our courage, power, and wisdom.
Well, Eagle Eye, you might have saw the world record was like 5 minutes, so.
Yeah. I want to apologize too. I forgot to turn off comments for this one.
Yeah, the comments in here are kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's the risk you run when you have a course that's popular, is you get a lot of Miiverse posts.
Yeah.
That's true, but like, all of them are like, I don't know.
There's a lot of Illuminati and Mimi stuff.
So, as you guys can probably hear at home, they're playing or they're using the little note blocks to play the Temple of Time theme from Ocarina.
Which I thought was a nice touch.
Definitely.
I thought it was a nice touch, and you'll hear later on, when they kind of incorporate different instruments into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because this... Actually, I don't know what instrument they're trying to emulate here. But if I had to hear that through the entire way through, I probably would not have voted for this level.
So some of these puzzles are deceptively tough. Like, they'll take a while to figure out your first run through. This is probably my second or third take of the level, if I remember correctly, because I timed out on the first time, just trying to figure out how to solve these puzzles. It is not easy.
Yeah, it took me a long time. I'd have to actually go back through my played course history to see, but yeah, it shows you the amount of time it took them to compose the course and the music and all the accompanying effects and whatnot.
I always like the cat paw. There's just something fun about that. Every level should have the cat paw.
As long as it's not used in excess.
Exactly.
No, more cat paw is needed.
I gotta have more cat paw.
Exactly.
So, before we get too far off of music, I just want to... We're still talking about Zelda, so it's still kind of on topic. What did everybody think about like their take on this theme in Breath of the Wild? Because I was not too much of a fan of it.
Say again, I'm sorry?
The Temple of Time theme that they used in Breath of the Wild.
I didn't mind it. I mean, everything in that game is kind of atmospheric, so it's all very understated and not supposed to be at the forefront.
Yeah, but it wasn't like understated so much as it was like plotting.
The soundtrack in general for me was not bad by traditional standards, but by Zelda standards, I was let down.
I can see that.
To me, it takes on more of an atmospheric role. It's by no means, that actually took me a long time to figure out the whole mushroom thing where you had to jump. That took like way longer than it should have. I think that's what I timed out on originally.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, you timed out?
Yeah. The first time that I played this, I timed out.
Oh man, I did not know that.
I might take a moment to mention, we appreciate the submissions, but a lot of the courses, more so recently, have really been monster courses, and we only have so much time. It's not like when we were kids and we can spend hours or days trying to master a level. Like even for the last batch, which we're going through right now, some of these courses are just, they're creative, but there's a little, sometimes less is more, so. Obviously, in this case, we still like the course enough to pick it as a winner, but just as a general rule for people who might be watching moving forward, sometimes a little bit of restraint helps, because we may just not have the time, you know.
And like, I had a failed recording of this. No joke. The first time I was gonna sit down and record footage for this, I got the game loaded up, and I was literally just about to hit the record button on my capture device, and a storm took out our power for about 4 hours. So this stage was unlucky for me. Also,
in
those
spite of all that,
blocks.
in spite of all that, we still picked it, so it shows you the power Zelda has when it's in creative hands.
I really wish I could have beaten these levels. It just would have been funny.
And here we are in the super difficult. I would say it was pretty difficult, this boss fight here.
Yeah. The super boss fight.
But I appreciate that it was like that they found a way to put in a boss fight on this level.
Mm-hmm. It's just tricky because those parts right there where you fall through, it's just sometimes like the way the fireballs are positioned, it's really tough to dodge that stuff.
Well, I mean, your demise was sealed when you let go of that Ganon costume.
Yep. So like there, I was done. Nothing I could do.
And I'll thank the 2 or 3 of you at home who might have laughed or picked up on that pun.
It wasn't that funny, Matt, truth be told.
I just wanted recognition from it, okay?
I'm grateful that there's the checkpoint here.
Yeah. At this point, I was trying to go for a clean run, but at this point where it took so long, I was like, you know what? As long as I survive this, I'm gonna call it successful.
You know,
you see the madness going on the screen right now.
People need a little drama sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you too, NES Bowser is a little more sporadic, I think, than like Super Nintendo Bowser.
Gotta hold up the Triforce, you know. Victory.
Oh yes, who can forget this classic Zelda piece where it's all Monrora and
That's my favorite.
steel drums.
Oh, I almost forgot I did get to beat the game as Ganondorf. Oh, never mind, I changed it back.
Ooh.
Ooh, I wanted to beat it as Ganondorf.
We have high standards for our abilities here at PNM.
We do. I have to be able to beat all levels as the villain. But
Alright.
that is a wrap for the Temple of Time. It was really fun, very tricky the first time. It's going to take you a while to figure it out. Maybe not if you watch my video, now you'll know how to do it, but...
Although, Alex, you're within a minute of the world record, so...
Oh, there I go. Maybe next time.
Alright, and thank you, bruh. With that, we're going to move on to our first place winner. And we're back with Boulder Dash for a Friend, D.Kong by Gary.efc. Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Gary.
Here we go.
And D.Kong, is it for Diddy? Is it for Donkey? Or is it for both? We'll
Or
find out.
Dixie. You never know.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Is there a Dixie Mystery Mushroom?
I
There
don't know.
needs to be. If not, there needs to be, man.
I
This
don't even
one
know.
is all about the speed, man. The speed and the P-blocks. You gotta keep it going.
Now,
So many coins. This made me think of like New Super Mario Brothers 2 with all the coins.
I was thinking of the fortress level in Super Mario Brothers 3, the one on World 7, where it's just a fortress full of nothing but solid blocks, and you just have to find that one P-switch in there. And you just get tons of coins, and that's how you stock up on lives, before you do in the final run on World 8.
Nice. You know, now that I think about it, you know what else it reminds me of? It reminds me of the little bonus levels in Donkey Kong Country Run with the animal friends. You gotta collect all the little idols.
Oh yeah!
I don't know if that's what they were going for, but if they were, that was very clever of them. That just kind of dawned on me right now when I was watching it.
I didn't think about that. I mean, that could have been it.
And it seems like some of the best courses do kind of remind us in subtle ways of classics.
That does not mean you can use our nostalgia to win some points. I'll know. We want courses from the hard people.
Exactly. I love how people use the bombs to destroy blocks and stuff like that. Gives me those Zelda vibes, and I like it.
A little minute to catch your breath too while you're waiting for them to explode.
Exactly, it's a nice break in the action. Oh, come on, you gotta get this going.
So many coins.
I'm just resisting the urge to not talk about music some more. I feel like I'm in a kick.
I like this too, the thwomp knocks the P-switch, that's really cool.
Oh yeah, I always love like the little mini like mechanisms to activate a switch or blow up a wall or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a Rube Goldberg machine. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There's just something so satisfying about grabbing all those coins.
Yeah, and that's what they tried to capitalize on when they came out with Super Mario Brothers 2, or New Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah.
Now we're finally Donkey.
And that did not work out for them so well.
Well, I mean, what are you basing that on? That sold gangbusters.
I mean, yeah, but like relatively, do you feel like it sold it like? I feel like it was like in the lower, kind of like in the lower echelon, like Mario 2D platformer sales.
I don't know about that critically. I mean, if you're just talking about reception, I could see that because the new series sort of feels, maybe a little oversaturated. But I'm looking at a list. It's in the top 5. There's Pokemon X and Y, Sun and Moon, Mario Kart 7, Pokemon Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and then New Super Mario's 2 is 5th.
Oh wow!
With over 11 million. So relative to its system,
I am wrong.
Yeah, it's neck and neck with 3D Land. It looks like they have comparable sales.
Hey, that's pretty good for 3D Land.
Showing up.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah,
And that was a pretty good level. You see that segue I did there?
Oh yeah, I feel like we didn't talk about the level much. I'm sorry, Gary. That was an awesome level.
We got distracted by fact checking our.
Yeah.
It's all the coins, man. Just reminded us.
Your level reminded us of a game that sold 11 million plus copies.
Plus a few other games. So, thank you very much, Gary.efc. Thank you very much, bruh. Thank you, Trev, and thank you, Alex, for joining me on this episode.
You bet.
And of course, thank you to everyone who submitted a course for Mario Maker. Trev, do you want to talk about how maybe people could submit more courses?
Yeah, keep an eye out on the site or on our social media channels, Twitter and whatnot. We every couple months we'll send out a request for fan levels, and you can email them to us at questionblock@purenintendo.com. You can send them over social media. I also solicit on Miiverse, and we'll play our favorites, and hopefully looking at these 2 courses give you an idea of the type of things we look for. Not necessarily the toughest courses, but the courses that we find most fun and creative.
Yep. And with that, we will see you on the next episode of Mario Maker, and of course other future Pure Nintendo products. For more news, reviews, and features, please check out purenintendo.com, your independent source for all things Nintendo. See you next time.
Till then, keep those controller sticks smoking.
Bye.